I'm Paul Perkins with the check of your ag weather. Highs that are 15 degrees warmer than normal in the mid-60s to the low 70s continue through Thursday. The warm, dry weather and southerly wind gusts to 30 to 35 both this afternoon and tomorrow afternoon, leading to elevated to critical fire weather conditions. Far southwest Nebraska and northwest Kansas, along with all of northeast Colorado, are included in a red flag warning through this late afternoon. Southwest winds are lighter on Wednesday in behind the passage of a low pressure trough. A cold front Thursday, switching the winds from the south to the north and dropping highs into the mid-50s to the mid-60s for Friday through the weekend. Low to medium rain chances return with low pressure tracking across the plains Saturday night through Sunday. Thunderstorms even possible over northern Kansas on Sunday. Right now, there's very high uncertainty regarding the rain amounts. Most of the forecast models are showing 1/10 of an inch of rain, with some models leaning toward a half inch to an inch. In the latest long-term forecast, warmer than normal temperatures are likely for Nebraska and Kansas this weekend through early next week. From the middle of next week through November 26th, Nebraska and Kansas temperatures trending back to seasonal to some slightly cooler than normal temperatures. Right around Thanksgiving, central Nebraska highs are usually in the upper 40s with average overnight lows in the low 20s. Above normal precipitation is predicted this weekend through November 26th for Nebraska and Kansas, especially for southwest Nebraska and western and central Kansas this weekend through early next week. Key weather factors impacting the markets include improved rain for Argentina, heavy rain in southern Brazil, and heat and dryness in central Brazil. In much of the U.S. the next 5 days, harvest weather is favorable with the plains and western Corn Belt experiencing mostly dry weather. Locally heavy rain drifts eastward along and near the Gulf Coast with 5-day rainfall expected to mostly range from 1 to 5 inches from coastal Texas to Florida and southern Georgia. Towards the end of the week, a cold front sweeping into the eastern U.S. may generate some scattered to widespread rain. This weekend across western areas of the southern plains, scattered rain in most areas helps out the winter wheat. Across the Midwest and plains, Thanksgiving week right now looking more active and cooler. Southern Brazil this past weekend had additional heavy rain, while central Brazil was almost completely dry and had temperatures soaring above 100, an unfavorable pattern for both areas that continues this week. Dryness and heat in central Brazil continues to overly stress the developing soybeans, while wetness across South Brazil is causing flooding issues for developing corn and soybeans. Changes may arrive this weekend as rain in southern Brazil starts to move into central Brazil. Argentina saw scattered rain this past weekend, but some northwest areas were missed. More occasional rain moves through Argentina this week and weekend, bringing decent rainfall to most of the growing areas. Argentina is still recovering from drought, and the northwest growing areas are behind the most in rainfall, but most of Argentina is seeing a positive turnaround in growing conditions. With the check of your ag weather, I'm Paul Perkins.